locked. Must be gone for the day.
It's stuck. Maybe we can find something to pry it open. Alright, now that we got it open, let's see what we can find.
These prints look a bit smudged, but maybe they'll be useful. Let's grab them. We'll analyze these later. We're on the right track. We've got blood here. Time to get a sample. If we're right, this will prove that this was the window Clay fell from. This print matches who I think it will, we'll have enough for a warrant to search Coyle's cuts. I'm heading over to the lab.
Good luck. Hey, Mac. Got something?
That's for you to tell me.
Let's take a look at it.
You got those prints set up for me?
Yeah. Are you sure you want to run the comparisons yourself?
I do.
Okay.
There's something wrong?
You and Stella are satisfied with my work, right?
Yes, Adam, I am totally 100% satisfied with your work. Believe it or not, sometimes I just like to run my own tests so I can keep myself sharp.
Right, of course. That's good. You should definitely keep doing that.
What do you got for me, then?
It was hard to reproduce the prints from Clay's shredded fingertips, but since he's our most likely candidate, I've loaded what we could into our system. You're onto something. The prints on the windowsill definitely belong to Clay Sandor. Now we know where he fell from, but we still have to figure out what happened.
I'm gonna call in a warrant for Coyle's cuts.
You might need this.
Clay's ruined fingerprints?
I didn't spend all this time working on them to throw them away. Besides, they might come in handy.
Mac, remember that note from the Vic's apartment? I was able to get a hit on the name. Turns out Link Sark was Clay's manager. He's got an office uptown off 3rd.
I'm heading there now.
Link Sark, manager of the greatest athletes in the world. How can I help you?
I'm Detective Mac Taylor, and this is Detective Danny Messer.
We have some bad news, Mr. Sark. Your client, Clay Sandor, he died last night.
Clay's dead? And that won't make my investors happy.
A lot of reactions in my years on the job, Mr. Sark, but I don't think anybody's ever leapt immediately to investment woes. At least not out loud.
Hey, look, I'm upset, but I'm a businessman first. Hey, I gotta take this call in the other room.
You mind if we look around?
Knock yourselves out.
This cabinet has some sort of combination lock. Let's see. What do we have here? a hefty salary.
Guess I need to rethink what a millionaire looks like.
Sorry about that. Had to take that call. Just signed a couple of great new climbers. Clay was something special, though. Natural athlete to the nth degree. A sports manager's dream.
You make him sound like the next Michael Jordan.
Extreme sports, sure. To watch him move, it was damn near balletic. Trust me, we were going places. I was gonna bring the sport of urban climbing into the limelight, and Clay was our poster boy. Of course, that made a lot of his contemporaries jealous. Then, just as we were gonna ink the biggest deal yet, he dropped out of sight, and now you say he's dead?
How do you make money off urban climbing?
I got deals brewing with a half dozen brands. All of them want in when urban climbing hits the front pages of every sporting mag in the country.
So in your mind, urban climbing's the next snowboarding or motocross?
Let me put it this way. Clay was set to scale famous skyscrapers around the world, unfurling a giant banner once he reached the top. The stunt would undoubtedly be covered in the international press. Imagine the exposure. Now I've got to try to unwind the deals before they sink me.
Urban climbing? Really?
You don't believe that urban climbing is the next big sport? Well, even the mainstream media is catching on. There's a lot of knuckle-headed testosterone mucking up the sport. Yahoos without any presence. Clay had the whole package. Body, voice, intensity. He was going to bring the sport out of the shadows and make it mainstream.
Clay had rivals.
A lot of guys have been living and breathing the sport for years. Every one of them believed they're the rightful heirs to the urban climbing crown. So yeah, a lot of guys were jealous of Clay. If you want to talk to more of these urban climbers, they usually hit an underground hipster joint called the Club Noir in Soho. Funny how a tiny ounce of jealousy blows into a blood feud with these guys.
Jealous of Clay and the fame you'd bring him?
To put it delicately, the Van Lars twins are the dumbest couple of half-wits this side of the Neanderthals. And because no sports management company in their right mind will sign them, they badmouth Clay any chance they get.
When was the last time you saw Mr. Sander?
A couple of weeks back, Clay came to me, said there was a family emergency.
What kind of emergency?
Dunno. Kept it vague, but he needed a sizable advance. Then, gone. When he didn't answer my calls, I had to do a dance of the 7 veils just to keep the deals in play. Let's just say it was a big ouch, big time expensive. Whatever his family emergency was, I had little choice if I wanted Clay to perform.
In other words, you were willing to go the extra distance to make sure Clay did his thing.
Mollifying all the investors and unwinding the endorsement deals is a heartbreak and a headache all at the same time. Maybe I should hit Club Noir and try to find a new deal. Who'd have guessed? Today might be the Van Lars twins' big payday. Oh yeah, those things mark you as part of the pack. You get one after you scale your 5th building, proving you've got stones.
Or maybe a couple of loose marbles.
Ha ha. Climbers have been wearing them for about a year now. Don't mean to brag, but I had one too. Didn't really go with my suit. Keep your eyes open, you'll probably see him around Club Noir down in Soho. Gravity is a cruel master. Pity that physics got between Clay and a promising career. Oh yeah, that thing. I was busting my hump to set up a strategic media push, including a shoot with a famous sports photographer, and I discovered Clay was inking himself. Which meant the photographer couldn't do the shoot until Clay healed. Meant we had to push the shoot back for weeks. The guy had no head for self-promotion. Unless there's something else? I've got some calls to return.
No, that should be it.
He seems more concerned with Clay's income than Clay's life.
He's a manager, what do you expect? Let's try to catch up with these Van Lars twins. Maybe they can shed some light on this for us.
You look like you're lost.
He looks like a cop.
I'm Mac, crime scene. You must be the famous Van Lars twins.
He's heard of us.
Don't get too excited. Your pictures are on the wall.
So we hear Clay took a dive. The SOB never did have a lick of sense. I guess Link backed the wrong horse.